5 facts about balloons. Around 220 AD, the ancient Chinese invented the lanterns to signal for messages during the military operations. These lanterns had a small opening at the bottom where a small fire was lit. The smoke from the fire helped lift the lantern from the ground and float in the air. These were the first ancient balloons. The rubber balloon that we know today was first discovered by a scientist, Michael Faraday. Faraday made rubber bags during one of his experiments and filled it with gas in order to study it. The rubber bags were made out of 2 round rubber sheets laid together. The edges of the sheets were pressed, which caused them to stick to each other. He then lined the rubber bag with flour to prevent them from sticking together. When he filled the bag with gas, he noticed that the bag became elastic and started to expand. With expansion, it became transparent and started to ascend in the air. The rubber balloons were not a new concept though. They were the miniature version of the big hot air balloons that were first launched by a scientist, Pilote de Rosier, in 1783. These balloons were so big that they could carry passengers. But surprisingly, the first passengers on it were not humans. Instead, there was a sheep, a duck and a rooster. The balloon flew for 15 minutes and unfortunately crashed. The first human passenger attempt came after 2 months by 2 brothers, Joseph and Etienne Montgolfier. The balloon was launched from Paris and flew for 20 minutes and did not crash. This was the start of hot air ballooning. After 2 years, Jean-Pierre Blanchard and his co-pilot John Jeffreys were the first to fly through a balloon across the English Channel. It was a huge step and created a benchmark in the history of balloons. Rubber balloons weren't manufactured in the United States until 1907, but their popularity appears to have increased throughout most of the 20th century. The first commercial sausage balloons were produced in 1912, and Americans began twisting balloons to make animals in the late 1930s or early 1940s. Today, balloons are made from rubber, latex, polychloroprene, or a nylon fabric. Silver metallized balloons were first invented for the New York City Ballet in the late 1970s. The word balloon likely comes from the Italian word ballone, meaning large ball. In the 1570s, balloon was a popular game played using a large inflated leather ball that was kicked or tossed back and forth. By the 1590s, the word balloon was used to refer to the ball itself. By 1784, balloon was also used to describe a bag or vessel filled with heated air or helium so as to rise and float in the air. The Russian space team probes Vega 1 and Vega 2 used helium balloons to drop scientific instruments. The planet that hosted the balloons was the planet Venus in 1985. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe our channel.